Hey there, welcome to the Obachanchatter, and I'm here today. Ooh, look at my ears and this gray hair sticking out. I'm here today to recap with you the Real Housewives of Orange County. It was a good episode. So anyway, we still got Jen. Jen's just we pick off where we left. We pick up where we left off with Jen still going off on Tamara and Tamara looking dumb and ugly without her makeup on. And you got Jen walking down the hallway and Heather pleading for her to come back, and she comes back. And I don't know why Heather do this, but she says, Heather says, it was 2 years ago, and you got to think, what about, Shannon's part in this? And Jen like, man, I ain't thinking about no damn Shannon. This supposed to be my friend. And she was like, why does Heather have her head so far up Tamara's ass? She said, this is crazy. She says, it's like, mm, so Heather's, she, why you up there so far off her tail? So, she said, why y'all such, everybody want to know why they such best buddies this trip, Tamara and Heather. Maybe because they stand in the same room. So Heather says she didn't do a background check. How the fuck you know, Heather? Cause Tamara told you that she didn't. So anyway, she said Tamara lies, and she said, you know, it wasn't so when Jim walked off, Tamara, this don't even sound right. Some dude walk in the gym and walk up to Heather and walk up to Tamara and say, I can't believe Ryan got a lot of nerve to show his face around here when he was taking money to build condos overseas and they was taking the money for the HMO or the Home Owners Association or home or something. And they wasn't building nothing. They just took them because they was just collecting the money. So she said, and she said Shannon had something to do with it because David, ex-wife or the woman that he was divorcing, name was tied up in some kind of way. If Shannon did ask Tamara to do it, it wasn't to ask for Ryan and Ryan and Jen. She wasn't even really feeling them like that. So she wasn't even really dealing with them like that. So if she asked her, she said Shannon wanted my friend to look into it because it was David's ex-wife, whatever her husband name um, was tied up in this suit or some type something where she was saying it. So it ain't. I don't. If that was the case, I don't think it had nothing to do with with Ryan and Jen. So anyway, when they was in the room, Tamara ain't want to hear, but Heather said, "Ooh, she look good, huh? I saw her belly." And she's like, "Ooh, her belly, her abs. Ooh, I got ab envy or something." And Tamara said, "Yeah, she had a tummy tuck." And she was like, "Tamara," she's like, "Oh, she don't care if you tell. She don't have a belly button. She don't have a belly button." So I was like, "Damn, you just gotta tell everything." All she did, she said she had a nice stomach. Why you had to say she had? Why we gotta know that? We know she do yoga. I wouldn't assume she had no tummy tuck, but even if she did, she looked busting. And then you tell her she don't have a belly button. Well, hey Jen, I really like you, so I'm gonna tell you, I got a tummy tuck, and they put my belly button up too high. It almost look like a damn third nipple. Well, not that high, but to me it do. Anyway, it ain't regular, so I don't know. I'd rather not have one. So Jen's so upset she go to Katie's room. She let her in. So anyway, Shannon hanging out with her kids. She met them and they took a train from Paris to London to see her, and she's so excited. And I guess it is kind of like a dream come true if your 60th birthday and your friends is being shitty as hell because it seems like every day you've been here has been terrible. It ain't seemed like it has been. Every dinner has been horrible. On meal that seemed like you got pieces when you eat breakfast in your room with Emily. So she spent time with her daughters and they got lunch together and they saying they three single women and they not dating and she just talked to them and she asked how the girls was doing and Shannon said that the trip wasn't that good, that I'm sure her girls was the highlight of her trip. and her daughters just shake her head and say how toxic that the relationship between. She said you and Tamara was good last year, and now I don't know what happened. So the one of the daughters said, "I want a British man." And just look at him like, "What? Just huh?" They said two things. And one of them said something about the same one said one of British. She wanted a British man. She said something about she could drink over there, and she said something. And Shannon was looking at them like, and she was like, "We just playing." So they real respectful of Shannon, and I appreciate that. So she having a good time with her girl. So Heather, Tamera, and Gina, they hanging are hanging out. Well, Heather and Tamara, they're going in the caviar and champagne spot. Ooh, I bet it smells stinky in there, like straight fish. So they expecting Gina. So Gina looks nice. Thank goodness. She must have to do some Zoom work or something. She's dressed nice. I like that little jacket she got on. So so Tamara tells Jen, I had a visit. She said, who, from Vicky? And she was like, no, from Jen. And she said, from Jen. And she said, uh, yeah. So we got Emily and Katie and Jen and they together, and Jen ordered her drink. She said, "Do you have Malibu?" And they like, "She ain't got no Malibu." And they like, "We got it." So she said, Jen said her favorite drink is Malibu and Coke, and she don't care where she at. I mean, she didn't say she could be on the moon, but she pretty much said if she was on the moon, that's what she gonna ask for: Malibu and Diet Coke. So Emily and Katie tell them about the So she tells Jen tells Emily and Katie. I mean, tells Katie, yeah, and Emily about the background check when Tamara doesn't, and Emily said, "Girl, when Tamara don't respect you, she don't have no boundaries, so she don't respect you, and she don't respect Ryan. So, child, she about to run all over your ass." So Emily says she tells Jen, looking, if Ryan treats you good and he nice to your kids, fuck what everybody else say, just do your thing. Lo and behold, she gonna regret that because we see next season that the shit that's hitting Ryan, that shit is some of that shit ain't all lies. Some of that shit is real. So we're gonna see her. We're gonna actually see Jen say that she really fucked up this time. So we'll see. So but you're gonna be all right, Jen, because you nice. So people gonna give you endorsements, and I can see you staying on to the next season because you just stay authentic. Don't be bullshitting. Play this thing out, so you can come back at least 2 seasons and you good. I'm just telling you, keep that check coming. Yep, and see if you can take over the note on his house while he gone. If they don't confiscate it in the raid or whatever. So anyway, um, Heather is with Tamara, and Tamara, that they sitting there and she telling her about, I think Gina's dead too, and Tamara trying to just kill Shannon so don't nobody talk to her. She trying to make her have the worst birthday of her life because she is telling Heather that Katie's daughter babysat Emily's kids, and she came back and told Katie what Emily's kids said about Heather, which was they don't like her because she mean to their mother. So Heather looked like she about to cry in the caviar and champagne shop, and Heather and Tamara's telling her this, and she was like, "I knew." She said, "I thought Katie was the bad guy. No, I thought Gina was the bad guy, but seem to find out, I think it's kind of like Katie. I think Katie like to keep stuff going. It's not Gina, it's Katie. So she trying to pin it on Katie. She trying to make Heather not like Katie. She trying to make Heather dislike Katie even more because she want to know, like I want to know, why would I could see Katie's daughter coming back and telling it to Katie, but Katie wasn't supposed to take no way. So anyway, Katie, I guess when they was out making these candles, that Katie's daughter was talking to Tamara and her daughter, and she brought up her babysitting Emily's kids. And the and the girl was about to tell it, I guess, and Katie was like, yeah, 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 tell her, tell her, tell her. She was egging her daughter on to tell Tamara what the boy said. So Heather's like, now she's getting other people's kids to talk about me, that I'm mean to their parent. So I don't know, cause then you hear Emily say she knew about it a long time ago, but the way it was told was that the girl said that Heather was mean to her mama or some shit, but I don't know. I don't know. But Katie, she becoming up like salt. I'm telling you, she just needs to stop. And she don't like Heather, so she needs to stop. If she don't like Heather, she should just say she don't like Heather, cause Heather sure don't like her. So anyway, So anyway, I was like, so Gina said she here, but they kids don't know nothing, they don't care. But kids, when you that age, they know if somebody like their mama or not, and it could, and you did. I'm sure everybody always say that I don't talk adult shit around my children. You in your house, you upset or not upset, or you just talking, or you think your kids in another room, and the way you was all upset about Heather thinking that you wore size 12 or whatever, I'm sure you did go home and you told, and they could hear you talking to your husband about the conversation, and you thought they was asleep or they wasn't listening, and seem like every time you say something about her, there usually ain't nothing positive. So they probably did say you mean to her, and you is kind of mean to her. Heather, you just blow Emily ass off. I mean, you ain't mean to her. You could take Emily or leave her. That's how you act. And usually, if you somebody friend, you don't want them to act that way about you. Yeah, you could take her or leave. You like, what was Emily? So anyway, I said Heather. Katie said Heather mean. hmm So anyway, when Emily took it to her kids or whatever, how Emily found out, she took it to her husband and she said that Katie's daughter can't babysit no more. So yeah, and here go Tamara. Yeah, that Katie is calculated. She said, I thought it was Gina, but no, it's Katie. So Jen on the phone with Ryan, and she said she just meddling. She just got a thing, a hard on for you. And Ryan said she has no soul. And Jen said, that's what I said this morning. So she said, but she said, and Heather, when she said, when I said it, Heather was like, that's really low. She said, it ain't low enough. I know Jim was giving Tamara had some stinking smoke. I'm telling you, it had stank on it. I'm telling you. So Heather getting glam, and Tamara's already dressed. Tamara look good sitting there, but it's funny because Heather told Tamara they're going to an etiquette class, and she's sitting there with her legs wide the hell open. I mean, her legs is gapped open. I'm talking about Tamara, and she said, "Why am I the only one going?" And Heather started laughing at Tamara because she ain't the only one. So Shannon real sick. She trying to get in this going with the girls on this trip, but she can't poop, so it's killing her. So anyway, the ladies is dressed nice to go to this event, and Emily she can't poop, her stomach hurts, so she need poop pills. So there was like all the people who need the most etiquette, and Heather gonna say it's Katie, because it's got to be some kind of etiquette for not telling lies on people. So they asked Tamara what did she do with her napkin, and it was Emily. Tamara, what do you do with your napkin? She was trying to be funny because she know that Tamara about took Jen's face off with a napkin one time they was in the restaurant. I'd have kicked Tamara's ass. I ain't lying. Tamara would not like me. She be throwing my ass all the time because I be hurting her. So I thought that was a dig that I didn't think was cute at all. I said, Emmy's too damn smart. So she said, you don't throw it in your face, that's for sure. And then Jen said, well, you know what? I done dealt with a lot of napkins before. This is what I know. I never threw one in somebody's face. And I also know that I'm not supposed to spit back in my drink. Go ahead, girl. Shade them, Jen. Get them. Trying to talk shit to you. Trying to be funny. And Louie. So, I think Heather asked, is it rude to point? And the lady said, yes, it's very rude to point. And she said, when you eat, I didn't know this. Whatever fork and the knife and fork, whatever hand you start with, that's a, you don't never switch them. They start and stop in their hand. Where you supposed to hold your fork at? As a class, I wouldn't like to be interested in, but Tamara Sheen, you know how she is. She ignorant as hell, so she was like something but etiquette like this. She gave the middle finger because you know she don't have no cool. So anyway, she said it's just too many rules. And Lady said, yeah, it's a lot of rules. Yeah, it's just what you should have said. So I said when they did finish with all that class stuff, that the food looked good as hell. So anyway, the ladies gotta do something because Gia got to get up to go to work, and Shannon gonna go see her daughters. She sees her, she with her daughters. So Tamara, I keep calling, I can't say her name right. Um, Tamara mad because she said the reason why Shannon told Jen was to provoke her to put a wedge between the two of them. I was like, girl, Jen already wasn't getting along with your ass. What is you talking about? She said, so, so now it's Shannon and Tamara. And Tamara, she told her, said, you're a lie. She said, no, you the lie at the table now, they at the dinner. And cause Shannon had to go take a poop, and they gave her an enema. I got the pages all wrong, don't I? Yes, I do. Oh no, I don't. Oh no, I think I did. I messed up somewhere. So anyway, I got Tamara, Emily, and Heather have lunch together, and then they joined by the other ladies. And Emily says that they don't have the best food. She said Europe ain't known for the best food. Like she ain't been eating the whole. Every time we seen her, she wanted the funky fries or whatever that was. And when they said they wanted a donut, she almost mouth was salivating. So and she ain't worked out that one time since she been gone. So anyway, she said they don't have the best foods, but they done had some decent meals or some good meals. So as Shannon come in, because they all sitting in the thing that's with Tamara about to drop her bomb about Shannon, and she said when Shannon came, they said hi Shannon, and they said she was really hurting real bad. We was nervous for her because they said Emily, they sent them a text message just telling them that Shannon was real sick. So Gina says kind of like stress too, right? So when Shannon goes to sit down, why Tamara look at her like that? So Heather asked Shannon, why is your back to me? And she said, are you annoyed? And Shannon says, no, but she said, but I would like to talk to you. Can we go outside? So they grab their jackets and they come outside. So she said, when was that Sonoma or Simona, whatever the fuck was in the at that spa thing? And I showed you the picture of John and I told you not to say nothing. Why you go run your mouth? And she was like, can I answer you now? And she's like, yeah, I'm done. And she was like, well, what she say? She said, I told you that that was private. So she said, I told because you told Tamara. She said, and I knew if Tamara knew, I thought that everybody knew. I was just assuming that it was okay for me to tell. And I was like, how can you say that when she let you know she ain't want nobody to know? And you said, I don't have to bring this to the group, but then you brought it to the group. Did she have to say, no, don't bring it to the group for you to say, she ain't wanted at the group, so Heather playing stupid. But she said, I feel like this some bullshit because you were sure on Jeff Lewis podcast talking about it. So she said, "Listen, when I came to you talking to you like you was like a girlfriend talking to a friend, and you told me to trust you, and this what you do." She said, "I was sitting with my girlfriend." So Heather said, I feel like you're doing a spin drive because you know how you like to control the narrative. But when you was divorcing David, you was trying to control her, and she said, I was trying to save my marriage. And she said, well, I understand that. Well, you understand that, then why you do that? She said, you drip information when you want to drip it. And I said, so do you, Heather? You let shit out that you want out or shit you don't want out, you don't talk about with nobody. Like when they was asking you, that time you stopped your party because somebody was saying that they were suing your husband for malpractice or something, and you didn't want to talk about it on camera, and you made everybody go home so they could eat the lobster bits and eat the cake and shit. Well, somebody broke a piece off. I don't know if that was the season or not. Somebody broke a piece off the cake. Maybe that's not the season. So anyway, so Heather said, it's getting cold out here, whatever. So she said, so I said, you was talking about her marriage even then, what you knew about David, talking about stuff with the other girls. So Heather said, I'm ready to go back and I'm irritated. Who cares that you irritated, Heather? You always irritated when somebody ain't agreeing with your ass. So I'm not like Heather that much, especially since she linking up with Tamera. She getting ridiculous. And then Tamera don't like Heather. That's crazy. Tamera do not like Heather. And the reason she don't like you, Heather, because you got too much damn money. So anyway, Tamara's like, I was saying to myself, what could be Shannon's motivation to get turn Jen against me? She's trying to turn everybody against me. Well, what if I tell you that Shannon asked about Travis being pushed down the steps? Some shit to Gina. Gina's like, what? Shannon asked me to do the looking to ask John and looking to attorney to ask about Travis to see if Gina pushed him down the steps, and Gina about to lose her damn mind. She like, what? So I said, look at Tamara sitting there, looking like a damn feline with that big ass black bow on the back of her head, scheming like a cat. So anyway, she said, you told me today, do the right thing. Well, you hurt me when you said that just because I'm doing it to Shannon, she could do it just because I'm doing it to Jen. Don't mean I do it to you. But what about if I told you Shannon was doing it to you? She's trying to dig up stuff on a lawsuit with you and Travis to see if you push Travis down the steps. And Jen's like, what? Is that really what happened? And she's like, yeah, that's what happened. Your friend Shannon. I mean, Tamara's just really, really doing it. So, when Shannon come back in there, Tamara with Heather, Shannon said, yeah, she was digging. Why didn't she tell you? Tamara said, so Jen said, Tamara said you was digging around trying to figure out some shit about Travis, and if I push him down the steps, and I'm telling all y'all motherfuckers right now, leave it alone. So she coming to the confessional. She said the reason why she really had to separate her family is because the Travis divorcing his ex-wife or his ex-wife. I don't know if she's the ex or not. She making shit so difficult to live that she had to separate from the man that she loved. So, or whatever she said, the love of her life, she had to separate from him. I'm like, go ahead, girl. So she said, yeah, so Tamara was like, yeah, it's your friend Shannon. And Gina said, whoa, don't ain't just Shannon. I'm mad with you too, because you knew and you ain't say shit. And she said, I told you she ain't gonna Tamara. I told you she was gonna blame me. See? Well, so anyway, Shannon say, this day 4. I'm so sick of you. And this is the last day you're gonna call me a lie. You know why it's the last day you're gonna call me a lie? Because I'm leaving. And she said, you are a lie. She said, it's not a lie. I called Taylor. And she confirmed it. Who the fuck is Taylor? I mean, I know who Taylor is, but so Katie's like, oh my God. So she said, so anyway, she said, Katie said, goodness grief, can we say ever just have a meal where we ain't cried, laugh, cry, FBI, cry, laugh, FBI. Shut up, Katie. So anyway, she said you see Gina. So anyway, Tamara get across the table, kind of like she gonna get in Shannon's face, and Shannon said, get your face away from me. She said, what you gonna do? But she moved her damn face and set her ass back down. So anyway, so she said, I was trying to let Jen know what you was about. And she said something about, I had apologized to Jen already. And Shannon said, you always do that. You know what? You get drunk, you run your fucking mouth, you say stuff, and then next day you sorry. And she said, at least I ain't hit this. Tamara said, at least I ain't hit a house or something. And she said, leave. Jen said, she said, at least I didn't hurt a house. And this time, how he hurt me. And Jen is like, what? She said, I gotta go. She just get up, she leave. And Shannon said, I'm leaving too. So when Shannon get up to leave, the people coming out with the cake. So Emily started laughing. Ah, there she going outside. So somehow or another, I don't know why Emily think that shit is funny. Tamara has the cake now, and she's saying, thank you, thank you. And Shannon, as far as I know of, I think Shannon flew her ass home. So make sure I got everything. Oh, so anyway, when they was in the restaurant, they was arguing because Tamara said, "Why do you?" Oh, Jim was going to fuck off. Jim was like, "Tamara, leave. What is he? Ponzi scheme? What you say? Ponzi scheme? Wrinkle charges? Bookie? Stop running your fucking mouth. Shut up about Ryan. Don't say nothing." Just like, okay. So she said, "Shut your mouth." She said, um. So Katie said, "Oh my gosh." She said, "Ooh, girl." Oh yeah, Katie said, "Oh my goodness," because they ain't used to Tamara, and they not used to Jen talking like that. And Heather was like, "Well, damn, I didn't know she had it in there." She said, "I ain't gonna lie, I am totally impressed with her." So, and then Katie said, "Well, damn, Jen, you want to know how to set boundaries? I think you just did it because Tamara shut up and left her ass alone." Now, why Tamara hollering out that he hurt her? I don't know where that came from, but she was running his mouth, and I guess all that stuff that she said a couple weeks ago that she's sorry for saying that stuff about him, saying them rumors. I guess she gonna make them true now. So why but they somewhere along the line that my page got lost, but we got Katie, Katie. So Katie and Jen they leave the table, and Shannon she leave after they leave, and or they leave before whatever they leave, and Jen and here go Katie in her confessional, cause her and Jen left the table, they went to their room, and Katie gonna say her and Jen they good people. I was like, Katie, I know for Jen for sure, but I don't really know for you. Cause you done got some, you little. I mean, you can stay on Housewives, but you a little bit on the shady side, yo. So, Jen tell her, girl, you was on fire. You told her ass. All this what she should have told her. So I said, Tamara looks scared. And Jen would say, who she loyal to? Who she loyal to? And then take on Katie be inside. Heather. She loyal to Heather. So Gina is telling so Shannon asking Gina if Travis balls look like these pomegranates, and she say, I mean, yeah, when he don't empty them, she said, really? Is that how they supposed to look? So Emily gonna say in the confessional, she think it's poor etiquette that they talk about somebody balls and all the shit that come out of her mouth. How she wants somebody to snap her bodysuit between her legs and she's sitting at the table talking about how she need to poop and pass me some poop pills at the etiquette class. Jesus. So Heather and Tamara they alone. Heather say, forget Shannon for a minute. Who you need to work on is Jen. And so she said, and I said, she said, so then Heather brought up Katie. You see Katie tonight? She didn't say anything. And Shannon said, and then Tamara said, I seen, and I just kind of looked down at where she was at. I was like, Tamara, what the fuck did Katie do to your ass? Man, and you was just talking to Katie, laying on them hard ass stone beds at the spa. You ain't shit. Tamara boy, you man, I'll whoop that bitch ass. And she was just had to sue me. I ain't down for violence or nothing or hurt nobody. I wouldn't whoop her. But we would have she wouldn't say shit to me. She wouldn't even film with me. She'd be scared to film with me. So we would never see her because I try to be in every scene. I be friends with every damn body. So, so Gina was saying that she was talking to them and she was like, she was telling Shannon and she was talking to somebody else and she was like, yo, I was like, hey, and Emily, she was like, yo, so this what you do when you ain't cool with your friends, you do background checks on me because you do it to Jen, you do it to me. And she said, I meant that shit. So anyway, they getting ready for something. And Katie trying her stuff on, off and on her jackets that she want to wear. So she come out there with a Stella McCartney jacket. I think it said it was 3,900 or 3,100 or something. And then she walk off. So Jen told her, "Where would you comfortable in?" Then Jen, after she walked up, Jen said, "I'm gonna go see what Zora got for me in my closet." That shit was funny. So Emily um tells the tells Shannon about damn, what is it she told Shannon? She told Shannon something and Shannon said, "I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna table it till later." Something Tamara done did and Emily said, "I ain't gonna bring it up." No, Shannon said, "I'm not gonna bring it up. It's the last day of her trip." So, she's sick, she need to take an enema. So Katie go get it, and then she offers to give it to Shannon, but Shannon able to do it herself. So it don't. So Heather, Tamara, and Emily they out walking together now, and they doing that little. They want to take an Abby picture, get somebody to take the picture of them, and then they feed the swans, and they see Windsor Castle, and so Shannon crying because it's the last day of the trip, and her trip just really sucks. So Shannon and them get donuts. I'm not Shannon. Uh, Heather, Tamara, and Emily they get donuts and they sit down and they eat. And Emily bring up the kid thing, what her kid said about Heather, and Heather said it's a scheme put together by Todd to make Katie um make people not like me. Of some bullshit. She ain't said it, but she did say that Katie's connected to it. She said She said, so Emily said she felt some type of way about that. She said she didn't like that because she said, it mean I'm a shit parent because you say I talk shit about my friends in front of my kids, or I talk shit in front of my kids, or put them in adult situations, or or you throwing my kids under the bus. So Heather said it's a plant. So before they could get so Shannon and put her old animal in. They standing by the door listening to see if they hear her shit. And she just say, "Okay, guys." And they say, "Oh, okay, okay, we're gonna leave you alone." But before they could shut the door, she was already dropping them. So, like I said, she shows up at the restaurant, and that's when her and Tamara just start all in her face. So, I told you Gina tell us that his ex-wife is making it hard, so that's why they had to break up. So so that's when Tamara already told Gina that Shannon wanted to know this information on Travis so she can bring it to a smoking gun at the reunion. I don't know, that don't even sound right. So I like what Gina said about this whole thing. You know what Gina said? She said, "Listen, you bringing conversations up in here that was shared between you and Shannon. So what are you talking about? You was having these conversations with her, and she right. If Tamara know anything that Shannon did to them, and she just holding on to it, she is wrong. If she feel like she got to tell everybody everything and be so upfront with shit, I don't know. But Tamara couldn't be my friend, y'all. I'd be like, man, I'll run her off the show. I'd be like, listen, we had to get together, and then right after her, I would probably be. Emily annoys me, but Heather know me a little bit more. I think they just keep Heather around because she make the most money, but she don't tell shit. She don't. She just show us her money, and I guess that's why we watch Housewives. So maybe she'll stick around for a little bit, but she ain't really got no personality. Not to me. She just know how to give good ass parties. So anyway, you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me for 34 minutes, and I love you for it. So listen, let me get out of here so I can do some other. I got a couple of recaps and commentaries that I got missing. So I'm gonna get them to you. So listen, have a great day. Today is Monday, October the. I need to get a job. I don't know what day it is. Monday the 28th. Oh my gosh, the Halloween almost here. So anyway, listen, let me get these recaps out. Thanks for being here. And thanks because I got another subscriber. Do my subscriber dance. No, I'm just fucking with y'all. Bye.